Welcome back to Yellow Sheet Entertainment, everybody. So just recently, Tyrese Gibson made the headlines once again over some hot mess that he's been going through with his now ex-wife by the name of Samantha Lee. So, everybody knows by now that these two individuals were married for a few years, and then all of a sudden she just decides to divorce the guy. Now, they didn't say specifically the reason that led up to the divorce. Everybody's been chalking it up to her being a gold digger and just not wanting to be with him anymore because she had gotten all the money she wanted from him and whatnot. And I can kind of see where people would say that, although at the same time, I would assume that if she was a gold digger, she would want to stay with him to get as much money as she could. Not that she would just divorce him randomly. So like I said, I do feel like there's another reason out there. I could be wrong. If it is, it'll probably come out sooner or later. There have been a lot of people saying things from both sides. Like she came out just recently and said on somebody's podcast that she not necessarily regretted, because a lot of people, like I've said before, they try to internalize these situations and they take it very personally, and it kind of confuses me and disturbs me very deeply when they do that. Like they really want this woman to be crawling on all fours, begging for forgiveness, talking about how she's so desperate to have him back, and they were putting words in her mouth, I feel like, saying, oh, well, she regrets, getting a divorce. I don't in the slightest think that she regrets anything. I think she regrets not having, access to that money, but I do not think she regrets divorcing him or, regrets not being with him anymore. What I do believe she was saying is that she claims that if she would have had somebody telling her not to make such a permanent decision based in the heat of the moment, how she was feeling due to whatever was going on between the two of them, not to make that permanent decision in that temporary moment, maybe she would not have done it. Now, in response to that, he said that she was a liar, that he does not believe that in the slightest, that all she wanted was the money, and that if she didn't want the money, then she should have not filed for child support, and that, she had people in her ear. Like he specifically mentioned Pastor Gray and First Lady Adventure Gray, who I think had counseled them, apparently, or I think actually married them, was the pastor and first lady who was there, to help marry them, etc. And that she had people, but she also had people in her ear telling her what to do. He specifically called out her mother. I was like, well, he woke up with all the smoke. He said, your mama was in your ear, insinuating that she was the one telling her what to do. And once again, I'm scratching my head, and, I was kind of, cautious with this because I know a lot of people are going to get mad, but I believe in telling the truth. I believe in seeing through the bull crap, and it kind of confuses me when people act like they haven't seen what's going on, like they had amnesia. Like how many times have we seen celebrities like Tyrese Gibson marry some of these women out here, like Samantha Lee, whose mother was in her ear telling her, let's just be honest, coaching her, saying, go marry him because he doesn't really care about anything except for what you look like. Marry him, get the bag, and then get out. It's happened so many times. I still don't understand why people don't see this kind of thing coming more often, why they're so surprised when it happens. So I believe him when he said that her mother was in her ear. Now, I have to say allegedly because I don't know any of these people, but it's not far-fetched for me to believe, like I said. It's happened many times before. Once again, I still don't understand how people, don't see kind of maybe this kind of coming. Like I can see if people were completely manipulative and they were very deceptive. But sometimes you can see a lot of these women coming from a mile away. But like I said, people look over it because of all of the obvious reasons. Now, going back to like what I said, that there may have been something else going on in the marriage, because like I said, people are just trying to chalk this up to her being a gold digger. But a lot of times there's other things going on that people don't want to see because they just want to jump on the hate train and drag people and all that kind of stuff. Like I said before, she'd been making all these kind of YouTube shorts, stuff like relationship advice, which I don't understand how she can give out relationship advice after we all know what happened between her and Tyrese for the most part. But relationship advice tips, talking about, how to spot a narcissistic partner, not to idolize rich men and men with a lot of money because they're controlling and you have to do everything they say do, and some other toxic things. And low-key, it really sounds like she's trying to describe her relationship with Tyrese. Basically, like she's trying to say that he was narcissistic and controlling. And somebody did point out that even Tyrese said that he was controlling. So like I said, there's chatter coming from both sides, which leads me to believe personally, like I said, just hear me out here, that there were some other things going on that might have led to why she divorced him once again. I do believe she made a rather quick decision in the heat of the moment. And I do think that she only got with him for the money. Now, a lot of people were all over the internet, like I said, just like internalizing this situation, making it seem like Tyrese is not a grown behind man who has to be accountable and responsible for his own actions and who he chooses to let in his life. I struggled, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all, feeling sorry for Tyrese when this all blew up in his face. I just want to play a video for y'all. Before I say anything else concerning that, there's a guy on YouTube, right here on YouTube. His channel is called Henry Resilient, and he basically took a video from years ago, not like yesterday, not like a year or two ago, years ago, I believe, after they had first got married, where she said some things that indicated he should not have been with her. But for some funny reason, people like to pick and choose who they forget what happens to or what's said to or concerning when it's convenient for them. But let me just go ahead and play you this video real fast.
He's charming, and I'm gonna have to leave his ass. I'll rewind it. She said this on Creflo Dollar's show. He like, I'm surprised she left me. I'm like, how are you surprised? I was watching this, and this was filmed ages ago, and y'all had just got married, and she just said on that, hey, you a millionaire? I'm gonna have to leave your ass.
I married my best friend.
He was a millionaire, and he was charming, and I was like, I'm gonna have to leave him.
A few moments later.
Look at this. Look, this stuff kind of writes itself, right? He's a millionaire. He's charming. I may have to leave him. And lo and behold, what happened? He's fighting back against estranged wife, Samantha Lee Gibson, who believes he's being unreasonable with her divorce demands. She wasn't being unreasonable. She only wanted $20,000 a month in child support. He a millionaire. He could just pay the money, man.
Give me the money.
You heard the man say it himself. This was years ago, I think, when they had actually got first married. You think I'm just a sit up on anybody's show, talk show, whatever show, and somebody who I just married or I'm thinking about marrying, it says something like that about me in front of me, I'm gonna go through with it. I don't care how good looking he is. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care how much money we spent on the wedding or if we just got married the day before. I'm exiting that relationship stage left. Expeditiously. She literally told him and the entire world what she was gonna do. And instead of believing her, I done said it before, when people show you who they are, when they tell you who they are, believe them the first time. Instead of doing that, he thought all of his charmingness, him being able to sing so well, all of his songs, his millions of dollars, him, just being so starstruck over her and obsessive with her. And, people keep saying, oh, he loved her so much. But I'm going to be real honest. I don't think that was love. I think that was infatuation and lust. But I could be wrong. What do I know? But him just being so just in deep, if you will, just so, focused on her. I guess he thought that she wasn't going to do him like that because he got all this money, like I said, because he's charming, whatnot. But that's a mistake that a lot of people make, including these celebrities and people with a lot of money. Don't ever think too highly of yourself where you feel like, well, they're not going to do me like them other people, because that literally makes you prime candidate number one to have that done to you. It's called having pride. And you know what they say about pride? It comes before a fall. Yo, I'm still trying to get over the fact that she actually literally told this man what she was going to do, like for real. And he still has the audacity to act like he didn't see this coming. I mean, he was really talking about, I don't recognize you anymore. Your friends don't recognize you anymore. What are you talking about? This is the same woman you've been married to. Like, this is the same woman you've been married to. It's not that you don't recognize her now. You just recognize her for what she is after she done broke your heart. And that heartbreak then finally unclouded some of your judgment, like I said, to see who she really is. What's the moral of all this? What's the point of all this? 3 main messages. Once again, when they show you who they are, what is it, everybody? Believe them the first time. When the red flags throw themselves at you on a talk show, why don't you listen and act accordingly? Don't put anybody on a pedestal. And don't ever have pride in anything that you do. But anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think of all this down in the comments below. Y'all know I'm going to have to talk about this on the podcast on Patreon. You know what to do if you want to listen to that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a very blessed day.